Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, hi, my name is Sydney. I film beauty videos 3 days a week, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. And today's video is going to be a good old-fashioned declutter, you guys. In the past, when I've done declutters, I've kind of sat down and gone through my makeup collection in like one day and just picked out things that I'm not using, that I'm not reaching for, that don't excite me anymore. But lately, I've kind of been doing it differently. As I find things here and there, I'm just like, no, I'm not really using this anymore, or something that's in my lip games project, which if you guys haven't seen that, I'll link it down below. It's the way that I'm kind of shopping my lip stash right now and also decluttering, and it's so much fun. But if I find something in there that I just use and I find that I just absolutely hate it, I kind of throw it into this little bag that I have and I kind of save it for an actual declutter video. So that's what I've been doing. So this is kind of like a cumulative declutter. I feel like I definitely need to use up / declutter more products because not that I'm feeling overwhelmed by my makeup collection, but I'm becoming aware that I do have so much and that it's not really feasible for me to use all of it. But today we're just going to take a tiny step in kind of reducing what I have. So I have this lovely little bag filled with products that I want to declutter. So without further ado, let's hop into it. So I'm just going to start digging stuff out of this bag in no particular order. So the first thing that I pulled out is actually an eyelash curler. I got this as a freebie last year when I placed an order with Shop Hush, I think it was called. It was like an app. Everything was really affordable. I think they're no longer in business anymore, but I got this as a free gift from them about a year ago, and it was a pretty darn good lash curler. I can't even remember the brand anymore. It's not anywhere on here. But as you guys, I hope that you can see, the pad in there is so like destroyed from me using it for so long, and I can't find like a replacement pad anywhere, so I think I already used the replacement pad, and this was starting to like tear out my lashes, so it's just time for this one to go. I did already buy another one, but I'm not totally thrilled with it, so if you guys have any eyelash curler recommendations, leave them for me down below. Usually I just buy like the e.l.f. one or one from TJ Maxx, but if I can get one that's gonna last me a while and that comes with like lots of replacement pads, or you can buy more replacement pads, I'm open to that as well. Just leave me it down below, please. I would love to know your recommendations. The next thing that I'm getting rid of is this e.l.f. tint color shot, and this one is in the shade Classic Simplicity. It's like a beautiful kind of rosy tone. When I saw this in Ulta, I was so excited because for some reason I just love the idea of a lip stain, and I thought this looked like an absolutely gorgeous color. It's like this kind of berry red shade, be perfect for fall. Just slap it on, run to class, don't worry about it. This is kind of a nightmare to apply, you guys. First of all, I've tried to apply a very smooth, very thin first layer and get like a really even coat. I cannot get an even coat with the first layer, so then I go in with the second layer. Still patchy. Third layer, fourth layer, just touch-ups. This just gets worse and worse and worse. The more you layer on, it gets like crumbly. It makes my lips feel dry. I just do not like this product. I don't think it's a good tinted like lip product. If you guys want a good like lip stain, go with these Kaleido Cosmetics Dream Stains. I think they're similarly priced. These are only $4.50. I'm not sure how much the Essence one was off the top of my head, but I'm sure it was very, very affordable, as all Essence products are. And these are just so much better. They go on smooth and not patchy at all upon the first layer. You can layer them up. I have had zero issues layering them up, and I've layered them up 3, 4, 5 different times just to get a more intense color, and I think they work absolutely beautifully. I don't experience any drying with these, and you can use these on your cheeks as well, no problem. So these are definitely a winner in my collection, so I'm gonna let this one go. Next product that I'm letting go of is this Kat Von D Duo Blush. This one's in the shade Samson and Delilah. I bought this at TJ Maxx or Marshall's like 3 or 4 years ago, so this product is incredibly old. And honestly, I just don't really want to support Kat Von D anymore. I wasn't really reaching for this when I had it, especially the past year or two. Before that, it was one of the only blushes that I had, so I was reaching for it quite a bit. But anymore, it's just not really my preference. It's a gorgeous color, but I just want something with a little more glow, a little bit of shine, something that's going to make me look healthy and glowy. These next three, I lied, are declutters / empties. There's a teeny tiny bit of product left in here, but I just can't bring myself to use it. So the first one is the ColourPop No Filter Concealer. I don't like this for a concealer for under my eyes especially. I can make it work on my face, but the way that I kind of use most of this up as like using this to cut my crease, and I used a very good chunk of it up, you guys. There's almost nothing left in there, so I guess it's kind of an empty, kind of a declutter. I feel like I do have 2 or 3 more uses left in here, but I'm just done. I'm tired of scraping the bottle when I have another concealer that I can use for this and that I prefer. Same situation with this Makeup Forever Conceal and Define Concealer. I just don't like the formula on this concealer. I don't understand what the hype is about it. I feel like it really highlights those little bumps under my eyes. I don't love it on the face. And yeah, I don't really want to script the bottle for this one anymore, and it's pretty much gone anyway. The CoverGirl True Blend Matte Made Foundation is a foundation that I absolutely love, but it has it has a pump, which is amazing. But there's just a little bit of foundation left in like the bottom. I don't think you guys are going to be able to see on camera, but I cannot figure out how to get in there and get it. If you guys know or have any tips and tricks and you want to share in the comments, please do. But I have like taken the stopper out, I've scraped it around the sides, I've dragged it all over my face. I did that for like 2 or 3 weeks. There's a little bit of product left in the bottom, but I don't know how to get in there. I don't have a beauty spatula, or I don't even know if a beauty spatula would be small enough to go in there, so I'm not really sure what to do with this. So I think I'm just going to declutter it and either repurchase this foundation or purchase another foundation. I am decluttering the Rimmel London Stay Matte Primer, A, because this is not cruelty free, and B, because I'm 98% sure it's breaking me out. I think this product does do a really nice job of kind of smoothing out my skin and keeping me matte throughout the day, but I'm 98% sure that it's breaking me out. I was using it very consistently, kind of on my forehead and a little bit on my nose, and suddenly I was breaking out all over my forehead. My forehead is usually a pretty clear zone of my face, so I'm like, what have I changed? What is going on? I'm pretty sure it's this primer, so this one's a pass for me. Another primer that I'm finally decluttering is this Soap & Glory One Heck of a Blot Primer. This one, I'm basically just decluttering it because of how old it is. I kind of decluttered this one before I decluttered the Rimmel one, because I'm like, oh, these serve a very similar purpose in my collection. This one's probably old and expired. I can just rely on this one now, but this one is breaking me out. But this one is still old. I still need to get rid of it. Again, this does a really nice job of keeping my T-zone matte in the summertime. I really don't apply it to my entire face or use it a whole lot throughout the rest of the year, but it is a good primer if you're looking for a mattifying one. I am also decluttering the Hard Candy Plumping Serum. I got this in that Walmart like lip favorites box or something. I can link that video down below if you guys are interested in seeing that. And I tried this on in the video. I'm like, this smells like burning plastic. It didn't really do that much plumping wise for my lips, and the smell was just so off-putting that I never used it again. So I haven't touched this product in 8-ish months. I can't bring myself to put this near my mouth again, so I'm just going to get rid of this one. I'm also getting rid of my Essence eyeliner pen in the shade White. I was using this for a really long time last year to kind of do colored liner. I put this down as a base, and then I would press like a colorful shadow on top, and I think that worked pretty well for a little while, but these days I much prefer using my ColourPop No Filter Concealer in the shade White for that purpose. I think it's just easier to manipulate, and I think it grabs the colors a little bit better. This was a fine white liner. It wasn't crazy pigmented. I definitely had to layer up a little bit, but if you're looking for an option at the drugstore that's really affordable and accessible, this would be a good one to start with. Just be prepared to layer it up a little bit. I'm decluttering the Smashbox BB cream. I believe this one's in the shade Light Medium, and this is just way too deep for me, you guys. I'm very, very fair skinned, and I think I won this at a giveaway, but I can't make this work. It's way too deep for me. End of story. I'm decluttering the Smashbox Always On Matte Liquid Lipstick in the shade Vlada, XO Vlada. So I think this must have been part of the Vlada collection. This is a really pretty shade. It's like a gorgeous copper shade. I would adore this if it was a cream shadow, but it's for my lips, and I just really do not like this tone of metallic on my lips. I don't really like metallic lips on myself to begin with, but this tone especially just is really unflattering. And I already have a shade similar to this from Pretty Vulgar that barely made it through my last round of the lip games, so I really don't feel the need to keep both. The next item that is making its way out of my collection is this Butter London Double Decker Mascara. This was a mascara that I believe I received in a BoxyCharm, and it was a pretty darn good mascara. It gave me decent length. I feel like it gave me a little bit of volume, but not as much as I really wanted. If I remember correctly, this has a huge brush. Yeah, that's a pretty big brush. It does have natural bristles though, so I did really enjoy that about it. It was a good mascara, but it's definitely not one that I'm like running out to buy again. This one I'm mostly just decluttering because of its age. It's way past the 3-month mark. It's way past the 6-month mark that I deem acceptable, so I'm just gonna get rid of this one. Another mascara that really didn't wow me was this CoverGirl Peacock Flare Mascara. This one, I feel like it just did nothing for my lashes if I remember correctly. This bristle is not the bristle that I prefer. It has very short, stiff bristles. They're rubber bristles, and I just feel like I could build and build and build this mascara, and it just didn't really do anything for my lashes. I'm not really the biggest fan of CoverGirl mascaras generally, so I'm gonna pass this one on. It's old, it's been open for far too long, and I'm gonna throw it in the garbage. I'm also going to get rid of my Maybelline Baby Lips. This one's in the shade Cherry something, I think. Cherry something, I don't know. I can't even remember what the shade is called anymore. This one I'm mostly decluttering because of age. Once again, it's 3 or 4 years old. It has lived in many coat pockets and many purses, and I'm just really not reaching for it anymore. I have other tinted lip balms that I've discovered that I really prefer in shades that I prefer more. Alright, if you guys know what's actually in this next bottle, you win. You are like my new favorite person, because I used to use this primer all the time on my channel. This is a Neutrogena Healthy Skin Foundation bottle, but what I actually keep in here was the Nivea Men's Post Shave Balm. I used this as a primer for years and years and years because it was very cheap, it was affordable, it did prolong the wear of my makeup a little bit, but it's just time to say goodbye to this. A, it's past its expiration date, and B, I've just found other primers that I really do prefer. I really go for something a little bit more glowy, a little bit more moisturizing these days. I have quite a few eyeliners in this round of decluttering. 3 of them are from Tarte. This one's one of their jumbo eye pencils. It's in taupe. This one's just their usual Smolder Eyes liner in black, and then this one's in purple garnet. It's another Smolder Eyes eyeliner. These are 4 to 5 years old, you guys, and I knew that, and I just like kept using them. I didn't even use them that frequently. It'd be like once every 6 months that I would use them, and I finally just got to the point where I'm like, ew, these are disgusting, get rid of them. So those are going in the garbage. The other eyeliner that I'm getting rid of is this one from Illamasqua. It's their Precision Ink eyeliner. I got this in a Sephora favorites kit, and oh my gosh, I don't have that much experience with liquid liners, but this is the worst one that I have ever used in my entire life. It's very, very black if I remember right, and very intense. It does have kind of a shiny lacquer finish, but when this dries, you guys, it is so sticky, and it like just peels right off. If you were to even nudge it a little bit, you can't fix it with powder, you can't do anything with it because it just balls up because it's sticky and it comes off your eye. This is not good. This is not good at all. Go to the store, get yourself an Essence pen liner, and just say goodbye to this one. Save yourself like 20 bucks. This next item is the first lippy to fall victim to my Lip Games declutter, and that is the Jouer liquid lipstick in the shade Rosé. It's a pretty like metallic mauve shade. I do like the shade in the tube, but on my lips it just makes me look so dead, so washed out. It's not a cute look, it's not the look I'm going for, and I know since this is metallic, I'm really not going to get a lot of use out of it, so I'm going to pass this on to a different home. I'm also going to declutter a nail polish. This one's from the Ulta brand, and it is in the shade Wicked. I actually really do like this polish, and I really, really love this color. It's on my toes all the time, and I wear it a lot on my like fingernails in the winter and the fall months. But this one is very old. It's like gloopy and dried up, and there's so much nail polish like around the lid right there. It's just time for this one to go. Plus, I already have another similar shade in the Kale Polish formula, which I definitely prefer to the Ulta formula. I'm also decluttering this little teeny tiny baby sample of the Bare Minerals 5-in-1 BB Advanced Performance Cream Eyeshadow. This one is in the shade, alright, apparently it doesn't have a shade, but this one was a sample or in like a Sephora favorites kit or something, but I just really don't enjoy this shadow. I find that it really does crease on my eyes, and the color is a little bit too dark for me to use it as like a true eyeshadow base, so I'm not using this. I'm going to pass it along to someone who may get some more use out of it. The final product of this declutter is the Milani Retouch and Erase Concealer. This one is one that I used a good chunk of, but I've just discovered things that I enjoy a lot more, and I feel like when I decluttered this, I was at a point with my collection of concealers that I was good. I didn't need to keep things that I wasn't really enjoying anymore. This was a pretty good concealer, like I said. I would say that it had about medium coverage. It was pretty moisturizing under the eyes, but I felt like it did kind of highlight those bumps that I have under my eyes, and also it did crease a little bit. So I'm just going to pass this one along. It's not super expired yet. I think it's maybe a little over a year old, but I just have other things in my collection that I enjoy much more. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me and decluttering stuff with me. Do you guys enjoy declutters? What are your favorite declutters to watch? I feel like my favorite declutters to watch are eyeshadow palettes or eyeshadow in general. but they are like something that I dread filming so much because I love eye products, you guys. They're some of my favorites, and I really hate to part with any of them. So yeah, that's gonna wrap this video up for me. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, make sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button down below, and I will see you guys in my next one. Bye!